Welcome to the Expert Talks by Kalkine TV. I'm Sage, and today's guest is Ashley Sansalone, founder of Elon Goat Token. And from their website, ElonGoat are on a mission to build a biblical-sized monument in honor of the one and only wealthiest man and most powerful man on the planet, the instantly recognizable Elon Musk. And Elon Goat embarks on a cryptocurrency-fueled mission it's unlike anything else the space has ever experienced. So here to tell us more about this mission is co-founder Ashley Sansalone. Welcome to the show, Ashley.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, absolutely. Please share what you intend to achieve from launching this Elon Goat Token.
Sure. Well, I think for starters, we just thought that there were a lot of tokens seeking Elon Musk's approval, and they all wanted him to recognize them on his Twitter in any other form they can possibly get. And it's been done many times, and we thought the most creative way to do it would be to actually build something that he could appreciate as a business builder, an actual builder himself. So we thought, why not build something physical and build him a monument? So we sought out some amazing artists, designers, constructors, and we put together a plan to ideally present something to him physically in Tesla on the back of a semi-trailer, a massive monument that he couldn't refuse, right? We're kind of hoping to twist his arm by putting in some hard work into acknowledging what we're up to, so that we can have an anchor to the project and then, continue to move forward and build on some other ideas we have for sustainable token. But the anchor of the project and the viral idea and the intention we're seeking is just through putting in the hard work of building something big and beautiful and in the physical world.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of speculation as to whether his tweets have some sort of an impact on the fluctuations in the markets. He's been in the news a lot recently about his mining enterprise that he's starting up with Block, and also what's going on with Twitter and Jack Dorsey there. So it's very interesting to see the markets moving, on the back of this news. Do you think Elon's movements have had an impact on the drop in the market recently?
I don't think so. I think that, crypto markets are susceptible to equities markets now. They're susceptible to different geopolitical viewpoints, news headlines, fear, inflation. There's all sorts of different reasons, obviously regulatory changes for access in different countries, and how different countries and groups that have aligned together, how they want to manage cryptocurrency and the issues it faces and with adoption and taxation, all sorts of things like that, all these different regulations. Elon Musk, I think more than anything, is just a big proponent of cryptocurrency. I think he strongly believes in it. I think he's done an amazing job of taking what we call normies, just like the app, and shedding light on it. I mean, he's got a huge audience on Twitter. He's probably the most relevant human being on the planet when it comes down to delivering messages that we've seen. So I think Elon Musk is big on setting policy or changing viewpoints of almost anybody on almost any subject that he's passionate about, right? He's got a very big platform, and he's the most relevant person on the planet at this point. I don't think anyone can shed a light on that. So yeah, he's a big deal, and we're going after his attention.
Absolutely. So you mentioned your all-star advisory panel, some of your designers. Could you tell us a little bit more about how the combined experience will add to the success of Elon Goat Token?
Sure. I mean, for one, obviously just executing the monument properly is a big deal, right? If we don't pull that off, I think that, the project would be considered a failure by the community that stands behind it. So the first part was getting a really good, solid design done by someone that has a lot of creative ideas and has experience, in articulating and displaying the concept to the public, which is what got us started. His name is Danny Wang out of California. He's one of the biggest designers for outdoor in that area, and he's got a big team behind him that put together a really amazing plan and kind of brought the concept to life, I would say. And then from there, we picked up Kevin Stone out of Canada, and he's known for steel animation, metal animation art. Elon has actually used his work as his profile picture, so that's a pretty big deal. So Kevin Stone, our metal, animation artist that's doing the head of Elon, at this point has more Elon clout than we do. Elon's already used his work as his profile picture. So we didn't even mean to piggyback off that, to be honest. We found that out later. We found out that Kevin only accepted the project because he thought that Elon was already behind it, but didn't want to call him himself because he knew Elon was a fan. He told us, I think 10 days after we signed the contract, that Elon had used his work, and he thought that Elon was behind it, and then we just told him no. It's actually not the case. It's just us. So we were really lucky to get him, and that's probably the only reason we got him, was because it was an Elon-based project. He's very busy. And when it comes down to the All-Star Advisory Panel, there's a guy named Jeff Hoffman who's joined. We have Jason Hervey. Jeff Hoffman is a industry all-star, corporate titan, I would say. He's done a lot of amazing things. He's very well known as a speaker and as an entrepreneur, both in media and in the private sector. And I think that, guys like Jeff Hoffman, our goal is to find ways to bridge corporate e-commerce, things like that, into the crypto world, and find a way to add sustainable buy pressure to the token and stabilize it, and have something we can actually build on more than just a meme or a community. So that's definitely the goal. We know that eventually at some point that's the direction that these cryptocurrency projects are going to head in. So we just want to be a front runner in that, and try to find innovative solutions to creating buy pressure, and to have something you can actually build off of other than momentum.
Yeah, totally. I think the metaverse is one of those bridges that are being built to sort of graft the physical world to the virtual world. And sounds like your token's really picking up on the virality that Elon Musk's name is associated with in regards to the crypto sphere. So sounds very exciting. And I love the pyrotechnics aspect to it as well. That sounds grand. So we need to hear more about the statue on that note. It sounds like more of an experience, just a statue. What does it signify, and where will it be? Will it come to Australia?
It very well could come to Australia. I think that between the factors of Elon tweeting and how the crypto community receives it, and the longevity of the token, I think that we'd like to take it to a lot of places. If Elon, we essentially are gifting it to Elon Musk. So if he decided to put it in his backyard, he can put it in his backyard. He wanted to put a Tesla, he can put it there, anywhere he wants. It is a gift to him. Ideally, I think that he just gives us his blessing and just, thinks it's funny. This is funny, right? We're having a good time with this. Let's be honest. It is a marketing stunt, right? Hopefully he just appreciates the hard work that went into it, and the artists that put the work into it, the community that got behind it, recognizes it publicly, and then just encourages us along the way as we actually do things to provide utility and stability, and treat the community, well by maintaining, steadfast work on the project. After that, sky's the limit. We'd love to tour it. If it was able to visit all over the world, and we could use it to as an anchor to the project that someone always remembers as the first crypto monument of this scale, that'd be great. We tour it all over the place, and I don't see any reason why I wouldn't come down there too.
That's so great, especially at this time when there's been a bit of controversy about the type of statues that are being upheld in the Western world, and what values they actually stand for.
Sure.
And that our economic system has been built upon. And it seems like crypto's this new breath of fresh air to this system that's kind of stagnating a bit. So it sounds like a great plan. Also, with going viral, what other events and promotions are you lining up? Will there be an NFT drop?
There is an NFT drop, and it's featuring amazing goat animation, and it's also going to feature our clothing line. So we actually went to great lengths for a clothing line. Everything that we did was custom designed in Los Angeles by the same groups that manufacture clothes for leading designers from all around the world. We kind of went to the top on that. We didn't use any blanks and just kind of rebrand them with our logo and a print shop. We went all out when it came to fabric selection, cuts, everything. So we're going to have a deal. I can't go into too much detail because we haven't even released it to our own community yet, but there's going to be kind of a cross-branding effect between the clothing line that we're offering in conjunction with, the ownership of NFTs. And we have some other plans for our NFTs as far as, bringing our community around it and strengthening the overall stability of the token and the economic system behind the token. All those things are going to be incorporated into our NFT drop. Get everybody in and encourage a new community that is into NFTs, ideally into coming into the token as well, and bridging the two together as best we can.
That's great. Sounds fun. So we're reaching the end of this very exciting discussion now. But how do people buy Elongate Token, please? And who are your major partners and sponsors?
Right now, you can buy ElonGoat Token on PancakeSwap, for example. So the two access points are Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. So it's like BNB, Smart Chain, BNB. Those are the two ways you can get it. You can go on our website. There's a buy now button. You can actually acquire BNB as well on our website with a debit card. You are able to do that in most countries from around the world. And we plan on doing more exchange listings in the future. We're on the mindset that our exchange listing, our first one, will be fairly bullish. I mean, there's a lot of them don't have too much impact. I think the best thing for us to do is kind of bide our time and wait till we get to a really good position where we can get a bullish listing that gets our community really excited, that actually has really large access versus, smaller access, and kind of stacking them up. So we have some exchange listing plans, but as for now, yeah, you are able to get it on PancakeSwap, Bitcoin, things like that.
Okay, that's awesome. Look, I really appreciate your time talking to us about your venture. It sounds truly exciting and very worthwhile. I hope it goes well for you. Was there any final comments you'd like to share with the viewers before we close off?
I would just say leave a message to Elon, right? I hope that he is enjoying the ride. I'm hoping that he's checking in on what we're up to, because it's pretty cool. We're having a lot of fun with it. We're impressed by it. Hope he's impressed by it. Hope he's having fun with us. And let's see what happens. And hopefully he meets us out in Tesla and we drop this thing off and sees it in person. That's all we're asking for.
He's just such a well-rounded human being. I mean, he's doing so much great work, even for Australia, that I hope he gets a chance to even watch this interview. So thank you so much, Ashley.
We'll see what happens. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you. And for the viewers, we just had the most exciting interview with Ashley Sansalone, the co-founder of Elon Goat Token. Please check it out, and the rest of Kalkine TV's interviews at Kalkine Media's YouTube page. Watching for more of these great interviews. This is Sage signing off for now.